This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Buzz. Very excited to be speaking with Brandon T. Jackson about I'm Beginning to See the Light. How are you today?
I am great. I'm seeing the light. Everything's good. Everything's finally doing good now in my life. So not when I was shooting the movie though. It was definitely something I was going through a lot personally. So but I am beginning to see the light, definitely.
That's good to hear. I mean, you're a very funny guy, and this is not a film I would describe as a very funny movie. So I'm curious what drew you specifically to this rather grim, if ultimately hopeful, premise.
Let me ask you a question. Is it different seeing me like this? I haven't seen it.
I mean, I think you have one of the lighter roles in the film, if that helps, but
Yeah.
I still think, it's a film that starts from a place of misery, and so for somebody who does a lot of comedy, I think it's always interesting to see when people do something a little, or at least in a more dramatic environment. But I'm curious what it was about that appealed to you.
I would say that. Excuse me. I don't know why this thing is moving. I would say I was going through a really tough time in my life at that time, and it was just like therapy, man. It was therapy. I was going through therapy, and that was my first movie back after taking a long break from the business. And I think the trauma that I've been through personally. Um, I might never try to victimize myself. It was just a lot of stuff I was going through that was overwhelming that I couldn't work. And with my children, with things I was going through in personal life, and I couldn't find the time to just really focus on my career. And I think that I took that on inside the character where, you know, tried to bear my soul with this character.
Well, I do think there's a very specific trauma, that this main character is going through. But I also think that the film deals a lot just with the idea of grief and how you sort of come through the other end. And so I'm not sure that the specifics of what he's experiencing are as important to how this film could speak to people.
Yeah, it's at that place where you're at the place of grief. It's like it's right there. It takes you through you know, the first, you know, um, what's say when it hits you. You know what I mean? And then when it hits you, you're then now in this place where you want to get out, and then you start meeting these characters and people that's in this. It might be in his subconscious mind. If this was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, none of the people probably be real, but but I think that subconsciously Jack's character was bringing these people in his life, and that he needed to get over, and they were going through similar things of grief. And they say misery loves company. I think that's what we kind of have here in this, but in a light-hearted way, where we see these moments of these people getting out of the depression and getting out of the grief. So
What do you like most about your character, Sam?
I gotta see what I did. I usually don't remember what I did. I gotta watch it. But what I like the most from the reading the script, um, his vulnerability. I don't know if he was humorous at all. I can't see. I don't remember what I did. Um, but his vulnerability and the fact that he was just going through going through stuff, and then he's like taking it out on him, which he really didn't love the girl. I don't want to talk too much about it, but no spoiler. But I think he was just kind of all his trauma was just kind of coming out, in that scene. And I think that he's just trying to find the light like anybody else, like Jack. And I think it's a great supporting situation where I don't know why everyone calls me every time I'm on press. That's when everyone decides to call me. It's hilarious. But yeah, it's a different role for me. It's something different. I think that it's something that I mean, I've been exploring a lot of dramas lately. I mean, a lot of dramas are actually just what everything's doing now. Everything's drama now. But yeah, comedy is something that I come from. But right now I've been doing a lot of dramas of family business, this and another project I got going on. I just think the vulnerability of Sam is where he finds his truth. So I kind of like that. It's tough for sometimes for people to be vulnerable, especially to strangers. Give them a couple of shots of whiskey and they're bearing their soul. So
I've been watching Jack since Boardwalk Empire, when of course, you couldn't see half of his face because he had that mask on. And I actually spoke to him recently. He directed a film called The Day of the Fight, and I'm not sure what the timeline was like because I feel like this film was made a while ago, that film was made a while ago. I don't know if he had done that yet or not, but he seems to have a real eye for character, and I'm not sure what observations you have just from working with him.
yeah, he does. He has a real. He's a director too, so he knows, what he wants, and shaping different characters. And I think that we played off each other very well. I mean, the chemistry was good. I mean, I felt it on screen. I haven't seen it. Did it look good on screen? Me and him together?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Because I haven't seen it too much. So I know in the moment it felt really, you know, great. Um, it felt like a movie. It felt like but it felt real at the same time. So I don't know if he had things he was going through at the time, but it felt like he bared his soul too in that. And I think that the way he comes off as an artist, um, he's very open with the actors, and he's very friendly off camera, and I think he's very supportive, and we want find the full truth of everything.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the family business. Can you talk to me about the journey of being part of that and the show and what's ahead?
Yeah, Family Business New Orleans. I don't know if you've seen the. Have you seen it in the press for it? I don't know if you saw any of it. It's out. It's doing well. It looks like we're getting a season two. Um, very excited about the way. I mean, like I said, I'm doing these different roles. That there's nothing. It's just a whole new career that's happening with this drama, and it's just I keep getting them, and I'm not fighting it. I just, it's just something definitely. So, but I'm still coming out with my stand-up comedy specials, and because I do want, it's like Jamie Foxx. He does a lot of dramas, but you know, he's like you're. It's weird because you're an actor, but then it's like you have this other side of you that's just fun, and you got to express that side of you too. So when you do these dramas, it's just kind of it gets a little, um, I should say, consistent. Comedy is very sporadic and spontaneous, and drama has a through line. Comedy is kind of sporadic, so it's good to have both sides of it. Family Business is a show where I own a casino with my mom called the Midnight Blues, and it takes place in New Orleans, and it's in the South, and it's something that is a perfect match for the network and the fans. The fans love it.
We've talked a lot about comedy versus drama, and I'm curious if there's substantial difference for you in working in film versus TV.
Yeah, I no, TV is like a long film. It's like the same. It's the same as far as not the rollout marketing wise, but it's the same. It's like a long movie. It's fun. I actually like doing series. It's actually fun because once you're in the zone,
What do you have coming up comedy wise, stand up?
I have my chest out comedy tour, and comedy special, featuring we got a surprise appearance from Terrence Howard, which is great. So hopefully we get him to do some ads for us, and which would be fun because he's all over the place, just viral. He's actually one of my good friends. So I talk about being his friend, and the stuff he says is hilarious. And I think the world, from somebody who's his friend, and from what he's doing in the press to get like views and things, I think it's two different people. So having the insight of being his friend, I think people want to hear like, yo, what is it like, listening to his theories at night, and it's just funny. So I got a lot of great stories with me and Terrence, and I think that um, we've been we've been talking a lot, and I just get he's just a funny. He doesn't mean to be funny, but if you do an impression of him and on what he says, it's just funny. I can't explain it. So um, I got a lot of great stories about how I'm not used to being a celebrity. I've never been used to being one. I guess I got to be used to being one, but I'm not. I'm from Michigan, so you know, chest out comedy show really is a some. You would know me more, which I like. I think I like get stuck in my characters. With your chest out comedy show, you'll know me more.
What are you watching these days? What do you like?
You know what? I just got back on Netflix now. I'm binging. What was I just watching? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of action movies. I'm writing one right now, action comedy. And I'm just trying to. I just kind of. It's weird. I kind of study what I do. So um, I kind of study. I want to bring back those '90s movies, man. We got to get those '90s movies back. I'm just trying to get those 48 hours, those really good movies where they're authentic. I mean, they redid Maverick very well, and we just haven't had a. It's like we haven't had a good '90s movie feeling with my generation, and I'm really focused on getting that out.
Awesome. Well, I wish you plenty of luck with that and hope you get a chance to see this movie at some point. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you too.